so amazing and beautiful forever. I don't know why I don't just stop what I'm doing right now and just go make an album, because that was so perfect. I could be rich like tonight. Oh my god. Anyway, let's do it. Hey guys, this is part 2 of the London adventure, and I just wanted to walk you guys through what we did today. It was really cool. Got backdrop behind me, and it's not Atlanta, so that's a good thing. So pretty much a whole bunch of more airports and a whole bunch more walking, and then we get to the actual plane that's gonna take us. Usually on the international flights, they have like these really cool like TVs that are hooked up to some television station like DirecTV or something, or sometimes personally sponsored by the airport. It will play like a whole bunch of like new movies and stuff. So I pretty much just watched movies the entire time I was on the plane, which was amazing. Finally got to watch Whiplash and The Theory of Everything, which were just so amazing. Whiplash pretty much describes who I am in life. The Theory of Everything is just depressing. The flight to London did like the coolest thing like I've ever seen, where instead of the stewardesses getting up and showing you how to put on a seatbelt and talk about the safety issues of the plane and stuff, showed an animated movie, which was like the prettiest thing ever, about some dude who was going on some, I don't know, flight to somewhere, and he passes out and has dreams about what the stewardesses are saying, and each one of them is some different British thing. The only one I knew was James Bond. Finally, we took off, and I actually could see out of the hole, so if I was gonna die, I probably shouldn't call it a hole, it was a window. So, first impressions of London, cockfosters. There's a lot of cocks in London. We followed the map, and we took the train to, I don't know where it was, we were lost. It was really awkward because we had to carry all of our luggage, and a bunch of teenagers got on, and they were not respectful. I felt like I should say something, but I didn't. The buildings are super huge and really cool, and just like a whole bunch of them, like everywhere. I guess there would be buildings everywhere, so just disregard that last comment. So we came out of the train station and we found a security guard or something, and we asked him for directions, and he told us that normally we would just be able to walk straight across the park, and then we would be at the street with our hotel. But for some reason there was like a marathon, it was really famous, there was like TV crews and stuff, and they were filming, and they blocked off pretty much our way to the park, so we had to go all the way around. The cool thing was our hotel is kind of right next to Buckingham Palace, so we got to walk past that. Through the gates, I could see one of those little dudes, like like the guys who wear like the red stuff and they don't like react or talk to anybody. Unfortunately, we can't go and say anything to them because I think Buckingham Palace only opens up July. So we got to see this really cool park, and even though this looks really cool, it means we're lost. Eventually, after getting lost, we found our way back to the hotel, and it was extremely awesome, although it was tiny, but it was really fancy, and, or at least what I would perceive to be fancy. We had a really cool view outside of our window that overlooked the whole city, so that's kind of cool. Similar to what we had when we were in Japan. I like places that are high up, even though I'm deathly afraid of heights. I don't know what it is. I get this weird shooting pain in my legs, and then all of a sudden, it's hard to stand. Maybe that's what it feels like right before you pass out, or faint. And you'd think that if you were gonna pass out, which is your body reacting to the ultimate fear, instead of weakening you, would make you stronger. But, I guess playing dead was popular in the past. I don't know. Past being millions of years ago, not, like 60 years ago. Anyway, eventually we met up with our awesome friends, James and Erica, and they showed us like, a whole bunch of stuff and how to do things like count money, which you'd think would be easy, but it's not. But we got to go to some of the places that they like to eat at, which was also really cool. We ate at this place that specializes in meat and barbecue, which if you're a meat lover, that's super awesome, because apparently they put bone marrow inside of mashed potatoes, and that's a really great thing, I guess. Anyway, after that, me and Annie walked around and saw a bunch of different stuff, and eventually we had to leave Erica and James for a bit to go to a ballet. And it was at that ballet that we realized we were both extremely tired, and I blacked out several times while they were dancing. And when I say black out, I mean I don't just mean like I fell asleep. Like I was watching and then all of a sudden something else was happening. I remember there was like a dance with some chickens, you know, but that's it. Met up with Erica and James, and they took us to some more awesome places. We ate more food. Then they took us to a movie theater and we got to go see The Avengers, which is a super awesome movie. I loved it. You know, apparently Marvel is not gonna stop making this movie where an evil dude attacks the world and has like 1 billion minions, and then the superheroes are like, we're gonna stop you and your evil minions. Then they fight the minions and banter and make jokes until they eventually take out the bad dude. And then the movie's over, and then they do it again. And for some reason, I really, really, really like that movie. And all the other superhero movies like it. I mean, you know, I say things, but cool movie, bro. So then after sleeping for like 30 hours, you know, we woke up and we went around London again. Then me and Annie went to this cafe and we ate like the prettiest food that I've had in a long time. Then we were on a mission to find Big Ben. We stopped by Buckingham Palace again, and this time it was sunny, so we got to take much better pictures and video of the whole thing to let people know. And this time we weren't carrying any luggage and actually got to turn around and look at the rest of the stuff that was happening. We saw this family that was like taking pictures in front of some armed policemen who had rifles, and you know, it was weird. I mean, this one lady that you can see here is actually like smiling, like, oh, well, I'm in a picture, so I guess, you know, I should do something. Dude next to her just did not care. Like, he was just like caressing his rifle slowly. Like, you guys better move along. I guess in a British accent, just, you guys better move along. That was a terrible British accent. We walked and walked, and we saw a whole bunch of different things, like flags and like a pond, and I think we saw Parliament from a distance, but it wasn't Parliament, it was some other place. So, retro, no, we didn't see Parliament yet. I want to take a second to also note how many musicians are just out just playing shows for people in the hopes of somebody walking by and signing them like on the spot. I mean, we walked past some amazing musicians and I was like, these dudes have to walk out here and set all this up. I mean, just tons of drum sets. I mean, I don't know if he had a car. I mean, it feels weird. Like, how many trips did you have to make? Did you leave your stuff there? You didn't have anybody with him. At least most of them didn't. Oh, Marriott that looked like a palace. And he told me it would have been like an extra $2,000 per person to stay there. Or maybe not per person, but I mean, still. It's crazy. We walked and we walked. We got closer and we saw like Big Ben and Westminster Abbey, I think it's called, and Parliament, which I only remembered because somebody in some British movie, I think it was Sherlock Holmes, jumped off out of the Parliament into the water, and I was like, that's the place. Then we got to go on the Eye of London, which was really cool, only because it's in the first episode of Doctor Who, and we paid for tickets and we got on that. And then I remembered that I'm afraid of heights. I remembered like while I was on it, like about halfway, and we got high up, and I was like, oh yeah. So once again, shooting pain in the legs, trying not to black out, staring at things, but other than that, it was cool. Anyway, more walking, and then we were at our hotel, which is cool. And that is London days 2 or 3. Been really fun so far. We got a whole bunch more things we want to do that I want to show you guys. So, you know, thanks for watching, and continue watching, please. There's only like 6 people watching anyway, so thanks to you particular 6 people. You've been great.